It was the much awaited office party. We were celebrating a new account win. Everyone decided to meet 7:30 p.m. sharp at the office guest house that served as an office venue. I showered. I decided to wear my favorite black dress with sequins on the sleeves. I tied my hair in a ponytail, wore my lipstick, and was very sure to hold only one glass of wine so that I don't lose control. I know the next day the women are discussed by the men. I reminded myself to be in control and not be embarrassed with myself. Drinking always has to be in control for women. I'd heard the boys in the office smoking zone call Zara a slut. Zara is also so stupid. She had gotten drunk in the last official party and needed to be helped back home. I don't want to be labeled like Zara. I'm not stupid like her. Larry, our boss, never ceases to bring it up like a joke. Zara got drunk. The men at work never worried about drunken behavior, I kept thinking, or being proper. Why? But you know what? I was raised with a lot of lessons on right and wrong at home, and therefore I'm very careful. I'm not stupid. I've never done anything stupid ever because I know to grow and move ahead, I must not appear flippant. It's so easy, for women to be pulled down. You have to learn how to behave. Today, I don't know why I was in this bold mood, with my tight black dress. Something was happening. I decided to drink some extra wine. But in those hours that followed in the office party, I realized I was nothing more than a woman. An object. Every gaze around me weighed me in the conditioned feminine rulebook. I started feeling very suffocated in being boxed into this cage of right and wrong, reminding me how we need to behave. I had enough wine and I was feeling very heady by now. I was in no mood to listen to my inner warnings. Ye mat karo, wo mat karo. Ye mat bolo, wo mat bolo. Damn, I just held Zara's hand and sat on the bar stool and did 2 shots straight, vodka neat. And then again, I picked up my wine glass and I started sipping my wine. I did notice from the corner of my eye that Larry didn't see this. But I saw the others were watching me. I smiled at them and said, "It's a party, let's have fun." Then I also told them with Ilan that fun can't be gender skewed. Some smiled and some looked shocked, and I knew that I would be the next conversation in the smoking zone. Who gave a damn? I could feel the unspoken ridicule around me, but I decided that today I'm going to break the damn rules, even if it means that I may be called a bitch or a slut tomorrow. It's so easy to be called that. All you need to do is just act a little out of line. But today I didn't care anymore. This party and the account win was because of the late nights and the perfect pitch presentations I'd worked on. Why at that time no one bothered whether I was a woman or a man? What mattered was the work deliverables. So why does the hard work go unacknowledged and unnoticed? But this stray incident of my cleavage showing or being drunk is remembered with such clarity. Zara smiled at me and softly said, "Thank you." As I left the party that day, I could feel the wind on the nape of my neck. I felt free. I felt happy. I felt that I was so glad that I held Zara's hand and that today the ridicule and the stares could not cower me down like before. I wasn't the same anymore.